we're just waiting for Emma to finish feeding, and then we'll have to get her ready, put some clothes on her, put her in a car seat, and then leave the hospital. So the nurse said once we get Emma in her car seat, then we'll call them, and then they'll bring up a wheelchair for me, and then we can leave. Other than that, things have been going well. Emma is slightly jaundiced, so we have to follow up tomorrow and go see her doctor. They said she may need to supplement with formula if she remains relatively medium to high level of jaundice. Last night she woke up every hour, pretty much on the hour, on the dot, and then fed for about 30 minutes every hour. And they said that it's because right now I only have colostrum, which is not very much, and it's also not very heavy, so she gets hungry very easily. Once the milk comes in at around day 3 to day 5, then she should be able to take in a lot more, and then the amount that she takes in should be able to last her for 2 to 3 hours without feeling hungry. So we'll see. The actual delivery took 3 hours of pushing, but the entire labor was about 9 hours. So my water broke at 7:30 p.m. and then actually before any contractions. So I called the doctor, and then they said to head to the hospital about 4 to 5 hours after, or if the contractions start. So then I went to the hospital. I came to the hospital at around 12:30 a.m. and then I went into I guess that's the exam room, a triage room, where they decide if they can admit you. And then at around 1:30 I was admitted, and during that hour I was already having pretty painful contractions, and then they said I was 4 centimeters dilated, and they asked if I wanted pain medication. I said yes, absolutely. So as soon as they as soon as they put me in the labor and delivery room, they asked for epidural for me, but the anesthesiologist was in a C-section, so we had to wait for him to finish. So in the meantime, they gave me something, I forgot what it was called, to kind of tie me over to when I could get the epidural. So what they gave me was it was given through the IV, and it made me drowsy, and it did help with the contraction pain. So I was kind of like going in and out of sleep, not really fully asleep, I was just drowsy, and then the anesthesiologist came and then gave me the epidural. The process of getting epidural is a little bit painful, especially when you have contractions. But he was waiting for the contraction to go away before he did anything to me, but it was still painful. And then he did ask if the pain was from contraction or from him putting the needle into my back. The very first pain that I felt was because of the needle that he put in, and then afterwards, he said that was the worst part, and then afterwards he would use that, I guess it was a catheter that he put in to administer the epidural. That part didn't hurt, but I was having contractions, so the contraction was hurting, but not the actual epidural. And then at that point, I think it was around 2:30 a.m. ish, and then basically they just kind of it was just a waiting game, waiting for me to be completely dilated at 10 centimeters. And then I would say it was a very good decision to get the epidural because I didn't feel any pain after that. So pretty much from 2:30 a.m. to about 6:30 a.m. I didn't feel any pain at all. I felt pressure from the contractions, but absolutely zero pain. And around 6:30 a.m. I was completely dilated at 10 centimeters. And then at around 6:30 they had me try to push, kind of like for practice, but I couldn't really feel much. So then they gave me, I think, 2 more hours, and also they wanted the baby to come down some more, so they put me in what they call a throne position to see if the gravity could help the baby come down more. So I was in a throne position for about 2 more hours, I believe. And then, so that was around 8:30 a.m. and I think I started pushing at around 9:30 a.m. like actually pushing at 9:30 a.m. and then I pushed for 3 hours and then Emma came out at 12:30 p.m. The actual pushing was not too bad in the beginning, but in the last hour it was very, very painful, even though I already had the epidural. It was so painful that I don't think I could go through it again, even with the epidural. Maybe I just can't stand pain that much. It just felt like pooping with very bad constipation, so bad that you don't want to poop ever again kind of feeling.